Oh, hey Internet, what is up? Welcome back to the Type QQ channel as we take a look at a demo for a game that's soon to be released, I think, next year sometime, called Tenta Shooter. The game is going to be released on Steam as well as probably other digital platforms. But the demo is coming from the developer, so I'll leave the link if you'd like to check it out as well down below the video. And yeah, let's check out the demo. We're going to ride with Type C here. Type QQ is not available, so we'll go with C. Alright, so this game, as you can see, is a scrolling shooter. You know, we've seen them all. You get two types of shot, a sort of rapid movement, and then you have a slow moving, like super damage dealer, as I struggle to say, as well as you have a sort of counter. If you have enough melons, I'm guessing those are melons, kiwis, and they're certainly not kiwis, oranges, some sort of, or maybe just bug brains. If you have enough of those, or rather, maybe it just increases in time. If you have your gauge, you can use your third button to initiate your sort of counter, where you can kind of touch enemy fires with enemy bullets with that ring around you that sends back like missiles, which is kind of handy when you go across like crazy nonsense. Probably what you'll see right here. Exactly, kind of shoot back some more missiles after sucking those up. But yeah, on the Steam page, this game is like it's a shooter with a new unique twist: tentacles. So take that as you may, with caution or excitement. I mean, this is the internet. I'm not going to judge you, but certainly I was like, oh, tentacles? You don't say. Okay, I hope there's not too much tentacles. I don't know. I mean, the game is certainly going to be on Steam, so it's going to be somewhat held back from just like absolute pornography, I suppose is the official word. But there we go. Eat those missiles. It is. I don't want to use the word bizarre, but it's you know, I guess let's go with unique. It certainly is unique. Wink, wink. I really mean bizarre, but I will say unique. It is certainly unique that they want to center this game around tentacles, or center a game around tentacles. Like, guess what, guys? Your tentacle game is finally on its way. I know you've been waiting. You know, I know you've been doing other things on your computer about tentacles, but now, don't you worry. 2018's got you covered. Alright, big boss of level 1 here. That's a perfect shot to kind of counter back. And you can tell the sort of secondary fire, although it's awfully short. Oh, it doesn't allow us a lot of movement to get out of the way. It is devastating. Oh. And as you can tell, you can take multiple hits. You have that sort of life bar there. Pickup certainly will heal it, but yeah, which is good. You know, if you're trying to 1cc the game, you know, it gives yourself some extra error room. Yeah, mistake room. What room am I speaking of? I failed to even put together anything. It's been a long day. I'm telling you, this holiday stuff, just walking around and hearing Christmas music is already taking its toll. But here we are in level 2. You can see the moon reflected into our watery scape here as we take that big chunk of bullets and send it back their way. I like the game. This game is, although it gives me some sort of Space Mafia DX, like flashback, sort of post-traumatic stress disorder stuff. That, oh God, like even with the music and the stuff, you can kind of tell there's a little bit of Space Mafia in here. And that frightens me. However, there you go. You can actually even hold it. We have the manual mode out instead of automatic. At automatic, you can kind of release it and just kind of uses your gauge, and you almost like you get star power and just can kind of just waste things. We have it on automatic where we can kind of pick and choose where we want to use our 100 points of reflection, I suppose, or whatever we call it. I don't know what it is. It's sort of like a counter shot. He wasn't even aiming at us, so it's a good time to send that back into his face. I hope that this game behaves itself, as I say, as a American wagging my finger. There is an awful lot of suggestive, themes in this game. A lot of stuff that's kind of like, huh, that looks awfully phallic, But hopefully everything is cool, I believe this is done by the same people who did Gray's Counter, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I am also accessing the same sort of memory that I can't remember common proverbs with. So expect that it's done by somebody, and I seem to think it's Gray's Counter, but it may not actually be. But I'm certainly excited for the game. I hope, like I'm saying, I hope it's one of those games that you can kind of, play and stream. That's huge. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful death. That it's not like it's got a giant sort of adult-only, label slap to it. Hopefully they can come out with a, PG-13 version at the very least. Get the hell out of the way. Oh my god, we still can't get the hell out of the way of that spider. Oh, taking all kinds of damage. Already we've taken 2. But it is certainly a game of, Russian roulette or chicken, where you can see, like, we are killing the boss before it kills us. Getting up close to it with our alt fire, as well as using the sort of counter fire just at the right time when they have those big waves of bullets come our way, kind of escaping death. But yes, you don't necessarily start off with the Type C. So this is technically our second playthrough. For my first playthrough was really just kind of getting the hang of things and making sure there weren't too many tentacles going into things that were not appropriate for advertisers on YouTube. Then again, we're finding out not much is appropriate for them. Although that, I guess for the most part they've got a good reason. But there's awfully a lot of channels that are getting whacked by all this nonsense for no reason. Certainly a lot of channels that are getting hit for good reason. I don't know. I'm not going down that road. I just want to see people happy, If YouTube's the place to, play video games and upload them, there should be more people like, really supporting and really, proving it's a viable hobby or a job for some, It seems like it's like very, very select people out of the, thousands and thousands of people who do it, That's a nice cluster of bullets. You get a bonus from crushing those beehives as well. Yeah, how about that? So many oranges, you can't even pick them up afterwards. However, this sort of counter system does kind of lend yourself into, running into bullets and hoping that you're pressing your counter button in time before it actually collides with your head. Alright, here we go with phallic enemy number 1. Keep your mind out of the gutters, you perverts. I know where, you guys are viewing your YouTube videos on the same machine you find your, your late night Pornhub videos, so don't act like I don't know, but for God's sake, let's keep it clean, keep it fair, like a boxing match, or a UFC fight, I guess, which is the more relevant thing. Keep your fists covering your face at all times and keep your hands above the keyboard. I was saying we could be countering that whole blue line of fire heading towards us. Yeah, these sort of like towers, these sort of pylons are just asking for trouble. I want to say it's Grace Counter, although I'm not entirely positive because I have still yet to play the full release game. I'm only going off demo knowledge, but there are still attacks to watch out for while get your counter thing going. The lasers, there's not been too many that's fired fired across, but yes, lasers. Holy shit, we are taking damage. Yes, lasers. Lasers will still hurt you, and you won't fire jack shit from them. Somehow, again, escaping utter annihilation, killing the boss before it killed us. Stage 3. But how long can we go? Playing like an absolute jackass. Standing on bosses, daring them to kill us before we kill them. There's the lasers right there. Now we can counter all those blue shots until the cows come home, but it's those lasers that will still wreck face. Oh, just your normal everyday green worm. Nothing weird to see here. I mean, let's be frank. What the hell are these penises doing with these worms and these bats, huh? And these mushrooms? And these laser turds? So let me ask you, you crazy perverts, the hell are you getting your ideas from? Maybe we got bats, we got these mushrooms, these spores, more bats? Come on, they're obviously insects of some variety. They can't help how they were born and what they look like. Got a sort of pill bug. I forget what the official name is, but they're those sort of a red version of the pill bug. A round little harmless like centipede-like guy. Millipede-like guy. Actually, that was some crazy fire. I think we killed him before it got too ugly. Actually, those cluster of bullets are some fast as well. Yeah, another worm. You know what? What? Let's hurry up and kill this worm and get this thing off the goddamn screen. God, look at those. I mean, good thing we got our counter going. But a lot of that stuff looks like Jesus Christ, that looks intense. As well as this, as we're just kind of rushing into it with a counter on, just hoping we kill everything shooting us. Yeah, that's intense. But still pretty impressive, you know? That the game is kind of teaching you to not necessarily, play on the defense and try to dodge everything, but, stick in there and keep your, counter gauge in healthy regard, I suppose. Which is the same strategy I'm going here as well. Uh-oh. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do much about those lasers. Somehow we're able to dodge them, though. If not by accident. But certainly this level 4 here, which is the final level of this demo, certainly cranking up the difficulty. You know, if you are not comfortable with using your counter, you are dead here. But they've done a good job of kind of teaching you the ropes. I feel anyway. Oh, have some lasers. And that's kind of what I'm thinking is that, while while we have some free space not being lasered, it's time to run into some bullets with our counter on and clear some of these jerks. Holy, yeah, a little bit of that too. Alright, it looks like level 4's boss has become evolved from the plant, like some evil Pokemon. Alright, we were running out of counter quite quickly there, but thankfully we're able to pull it together there. And of course, our second form had to be... Oh, the lasers. So our second form has to be pretty provocative, I would say too. But and there it is. We could not escape the cold clutches of death that time. However, we able to clear stage 4 all the same. But that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, do all that stuff. And yeah, check out the demo for yourself.